Hi everyone, this is Ajit Kumar. I am working in SAP ME and SAP MII for last 11 years. I am making and uploading these videos only the reason to share my knowledge to the people they want to enhance or they want to learn SAP MII skill. I am starting from what is MII. The full form of SAP MII is Manufacturing, Integration and Intelligence. SAP MII is a powerful integration platform. SAP MII can be used as a middleware to integrate any type of third-party system as well as legacy systems. Apart from the integration, SAP MI has a intelligence capability also. It is used to develop various smart real-time analytical and monitoring reports with high-end visualization using 3D graphs. To develop analytical or reports or any dashboards, you can use any UI technology like SAP UI5, or there is already inbuilt display templates available in SAP MII. You can use that also. SAP MII is a very flexible as well as scalable product. It can be customized for any type of business requirement. MI can be used for any type of industries. It's not limited to a particular type of industries. You can use it for discrete manufacturing, process manufacturing, as well as for the batch manufacturing. So let's talk now about SAP MII background. So SAP acquired Lighthammer Software Development Company in 2005. Earlier, the product SAP MII was known as a Lighthammer software, but after acquiring, SAP has rebuilt this product and renamed as SAP XMII. And later, SAP has rebranded the product name as SAP MII, Manufacturing, Integration and Intelligence. The initial version of SAP XMII was 11.5 and it was running on Microsoft Internet Information Server, MIIS. But later, from 11.5, the version starting from 12.0, SAP MI runs on SAP NetViewer Java Application Server. Coming to SAP MI main features, what all are important features for SAP MI? So heterogeneous system can be connected seamlessly and provide visualization over the data. So MI has a capability that any type of system can be integrated with SAP MI and the intelligence can be built over that. Real-time integration with SAP MI and ECC, which fills the gap between production shop floor and the enterprise module. So SAP MI and SAP ERP system has a real-time integration, and this is the inbuilt integration, only the configuration need to be done. Top management can get a real-time visibility of the plant. They anytime top person, top management, they can monitor production processes happening in a floor. Reduce manual work and the human intervention and make the process automatic. By using SAP MII and SAP Pico, you can automate your plant. So everything you can automate. You can automate your robotic functionality. You can control your robot on the plant, and it will reduce your manual work, and even also it will reduce the manual errors. You can develop a rich visualization user interface by using the SAP MII. SAP MII is a flexible platform and a scalable product that actually we already discussed. So it can be customized to fit any kind of customer requirements. So SAP MII development is very easy development, you can say. There no a deep skill is required in any language here, because this is a kind of drag and drop kind of hierarchical design development. SAP MI can persist data within MDO so that customers do not need to set up additional database or data storage. The meaning is that MDO, manufacturing data object, is a feature of MII that recently been added to SAP MII. Here MDO gets stored inside a SAP MII database itself. So a client can reduce their maintenance cost because they don't have to handle any third party databases, or they don't have to maintain third party database. SAP MII has a standard alert and KPI generation mechanism. So you can generate the alert, you can generate the KPI, and you can monitor the KPI values, and depending on the KPI's threshold value you can generate alert, and that alert you can see in SAP MII dashboard. SAP MI can connect to HANA and can also leverage the HANA in-memory database for its design. SAP MI helps get a real-time monitoring. So by using the SAP MII, you can monitor your production processes in a real time, and you can take a quick decision if something is happening wrong. SAP MI is browser independent, scalable and extensible product. Coming to SAP MII architecture. So here you can see there is a SAP MII, and SAP MII can connect to ERP system, supply chain management system, or product lifecycle management system. So all this system SAP MI can connect. Apart from this SAP system, SAP MI system can also connect to the plant floor system or any third party system. So connecting to any third party system or plant floor system or legacy system, or you can say connecting to SAP system, SAP MI has already inbuilt connectors available. So if you want to connect to SAP ERP system, you have to create a connection, and then only you will be able to connect to SAP ERP, SCM or PLM system. Like that only for connecting to the plant floor system, also there is a connector available, and you need to create a data server for that by providing your target system information, and then you will be able to connect, and then you can use in SAP MII to read or write the data. If there is a specific system at a plant, and for that there is a no connector available in SAP MII, in that case you can go for the plant connectivity, SAP Pico system, and SAP Pico system can connect to any a plant floor system or third party system which is OPC compliant. and then you can connect your all machines at the plant floor to the plant connectivity system, and then plant connectivity system can easily connect to SAP MII by using the Pico connector. After connecting to the top floor as well as the shop floor, now you can build your intelligence here in SAP MII. For building the intelligence, you need a business logic services. For building analytics or reports or intelligence in a data, you need to write the logic, and that logic you can write in business logic services as a transaction. There is already visualization, a standard visualization has been provided in SAP MII. Display, as a display template, you can use that display template also to build your KPIs, dashboard or reports. If the standard visualization services is not capturing your requirement, in that case you can go for any UI technology like SAP UI5, Node.js, or any UI technology you can use, and you can build your own reports or KPI dashboards, or even you can develop your worker UI is nothing but the production operator dashboard where your manufacturing execution will happen, and all this data will be recorded in SAP MII, and anytime you can go and you can see the data in SAP MII. So at the time of the manufacturing execution, you can post your confirmation to S4HANA, or in between if you need some data from S4HANA, you can real time you can get that data from S4HANA. So how we can integrate to the top floor systems and how we can integrate through the shop floor system, we'll also discuss later in later slides. So these days in a manufacturing industry there are a lot of challenges like competitive market and increasing production cost, low quality product, finding qualified manpower, lack of control and monitoring mechanism for production, lack in decision making process to meet a production level targets. So all these challenges are there in manufacturing industries. To survive in the market, below factors need to be considered. For any company to survive in the market, the product quality should be good. The product they are manufacturing, that should be the innovative product. And the efficiency wise, it should be the efficient product. Customer should be satisfied for that product, and there is an employee satisfaction. So all these factors need to be considered. So SAP MI provides all these functions in one place to the manufacturing firm with minimal cost, like a real-time temperature and machine or speed monitoring. SAP MI can use the real-time data available from the shop floor as well as from the ERP and display valuable overall equipment efficiency. So you can generate your own OE reports which can show your machine reports, downtime analysis reports, yield overviews reports, etc. So SAP MI is capable of fully automating such situation very efficiently. And now if you want, you can also connect your machines directly to cloud through SAP MII or SAP Pico. Real-time data integration between SAP ERP and SAP MII. This is standard interfaces are available. only the configuration is needed, and that configuration can be done, and then you can connect SAP ERP and SAP MII system. Monitoring and controlling production processes to increase the product quality. So anytime in you can monitor and control your production processes on the floor. And SAP MII also has an plant maintenance schedule monitoring feature, and this feature can be utilized by management or supervising team. Now I'm just giving one example here. Suppose there are machine 1 and machine 2 and there is a final check. So suppose there are 100 product manufactured from machine 1, and again that 100 product need to be built on machine 2, and due to some reason machine 2 is not functioning well, or the operator who is working on machine 2, they are working on this product and the machine speed is very high. It means you can say that it's going beyond to the threshold limit. So after I found at the final check 80 product has been scrapped and 20 passed out of 100. So this is a very huge loss to the company. So by using SAP MII, you can integrate that machine, or you can do a predictive analytics on the data, as well as you can monitor a continuous speed or temperature of this machine. And whenever something happens wrong, at the real time you can raise one maintenance notification to SAP PM, and later it can be converted to the notification order in SAP PM, and then maintenance will happen to this machine on the floor. So at the real time you can monitor the machine condition, as well as you can do the predictive maintenance for the machine, so you can minimize your losses. Here now I'm showing you the slide to SAP MII landing page. So whenever you will log into SAP MII, you will be able to see a screen like this. So here you can see there is a welcome and the name, and here you can see there is a home, about, help, log off, and here you can see the version of this SAP MII, that is a 15.4.1, and at the left hand side you can see there are a lot of tabs are there. So each tab is very important, but I have expanded only one so that it will be captured in one screen, and you can see there is a workbench here. So this is the workbench where actual SAP MII development is going to be performed. And here you can see there is a system management, security services, data services. So all these tabs, what it is and what is the usage for it, I will go one by one in my later videos, and how actually we can work on the workbench, how the development we can do in SAP MII. And here you can see SAP MII access URL. So this is the universal URL through that you can access SAP MII landing page. So what it is, this is the HTTP, or it might be HTTPS. This is the protocol, and then there is a server name, on what server IP your product SAP MII has been installed, and what is the port number to access the SAP MII. So only you need to replace a server name here and port here, and /xmii/menu.jsp will be constant. So using this URL you can access your SAP MII system, and from here you can go either to the workbench for the development, or either you want some configurations, or you want some you want to create some connection to SAP ECC or connection to any third party system. You have to go to the data services. So here I am coming now to SAP MII core components. So message services. So message services is a very important, and this is the core component of SAP MII. So message, what is message services and why message services been used? The message service feature integrates enterprise system with SAP MII. It can be used in SAP MII for receiving enterprise data in form of asynchronous RFC, ELE or IDOC or XML messages using HTTP post. So this message services is mainly used for connecting to SAP system or any third party system. So whenever we are talking a connection between SAP system, so we are using SAP RFC or SAP IDOC for posting the data from ERP system. If you are going to post the data from any other system, third party system, you can use the web service for that, and you can post your data using the HTTP post. Now, so either we can post the data from SAP, or we can post the data from any third party system. It means we can do the connection from SAP or any third party system. Now here you can see there is a message listener. So what is the message listener? So message listener is a part of SAP MII, and message listener need to be configured in SAP MII. So after message listener configuration, whenever you will be sending a message from either the third party system or any SAP system, it will receive the message, MII will receive the message through message listener, and then it will see if there is any processing rule has been defined for this message or not. If there is any processing rule defined, so there are two type of processing rules, either the transaction or category. So if we have defined a processing rule as a transaction, so directly this transaction will be called and executed. So this will be at the real time execution through processing rule. If you are creating your processing rule and selecting as a category, so in that case whatever the messages will come from the system to the message listener, it will be categorized. Categorizing the messages is nothing but storing that messages into a database. So it will store that message in a database queue, and that is known as actually data buffering. And later actually you can create a scheduler, and you can read that buffer data and you can process. So it depends on the requirements, either that real-time processing is needed or it can be categorized for the later processing. So for the message services, there are four major components: the message listener that receive the messages from SAP system or third party system, message processing rules. Message processing rules decides what to be done with the message. Message cleanup rule, so you can also create a cleanup rule, so whatever the messages you are receiving in SAP MII, you can delete it. So there are multiple rules you can create for the cleaning. Either suppose you want to clear all the processed messages, So those process messages that has been processed successfully, you want to clean that messages. So MII will delete that messages. Message monitor, you want to see how many messages you have received for a particular listener. You can select the listener and you can see all the messages received from third party system or SAP system for that listener. You can see that. So this is a message services is used for the inbound messaging with respect to SAP MII. Now coming to SAP MII to ERP system. So earlier we saw that SAP or earlier we saw that messages are coming from SAP system or in third party system to MII system. Now I am going to talk about SAP MII to ERP system. Now how you can send messages or how we can communicate to SAP ERP system from MII or any third party system from SAP MII. So here you can see there is a 3 ways available in SAP MII. So you can communicate or you can post or you can fetch the data from SAP MII to SAP ERP system. So here you can see SAP MII. You can connect to any third party system by using the web services. Already there is a HTTP post action block available. For connecting to the ERP system, MII GRA interface. So MII GRA interface is the inbuilt interface, but still some configuration need to be done to use the GRA interface. By using the GRA interface, you can call SAP RFC or BAPI, and either you can post the data to SAP ERP or you can retrieve the data from SAP ERP system. In the same way, SAP JECO. So MII JECO interface is the inbuilt and there is no any extra configuration is required. So directly you can use this MII JECO interface and you can post the data to SAP ECC or ERP system, or even you can fetch the data from SAP ERP system. Coming to IDOC push, that actually we learned in earlier exercise. So MII IDOC listener. So MII IDOC listener is only for the inbound. So only SAP or third party system can push the data through MII IDOC listener. So you can see there is a arrow is only down, not in upward direction. SAP MII has a inbuilt XI interface. Through that actually we can connect to the SAP PI system directly. SAP MI can call the SAP ERP web services by using the web service and by creating a WS connector. So this is the WS connector you can create and you can post or read the data through the web service in SAP ERP. And here there are other connectors are available in SAP MI that you can use according to the requirement. Coming to the data services. So data services is nothing but connecting MI to the third party system or any plant floor system. So this is nothing but just a connection, establishing a connection between SAP MI system and plant floor system or any third party system. So the data services include all functions for connecting data source or system in SAP MI. Connected to external system, MES, PLS, HMI, historian, LIMS and so on. Plant floor system. SAP ERP connection you can also create like GRA, JECO, WS. So GRA and JECO is the inbuilt connection. WS connection you have to create. you can connect SAP MI to SQL database, OLAP database also. So for SQL database, mostly the JDBC connector is IDBC connector used at the time of the establishing the connection between the SQL database and SAP MII. So connecting to the any databases or any other third-party systems, you need to create a connector, MI data server or connection. So these two need to be created, then only you will be able to integrate MI with other system. So here you can see the data server, there is a connector type. So there are list of connector types available. You can select the appropriate connector type to connect to the target system, and you can then retrieve or write the data to the target system according to requirement. Business logic services. So this is one of the most MI core component, and for this actually you can see this is the heart of this SAP MII. Okay, this is heart of SAP MII. Business logic services used to model one or more SAP MI transaction to model complex program or calculation required by business process. So by using a business logic services, by using the transaction, you can write your logic in SAP MII. So transaction is the program to perform the specific task and represented in form of graphical interface in SAP MII. So if you will build SAP MI transaction, it will look like this. So this is completely a graphical representation. It is very easy to understand and very easily you can capture how the flow is there for code. So you have to write the code in a graphical user interface. So this is very easy, but this is very important component in SAP MII. Security services. The security services provide all the function for authorization management. It means whenever you are developing or creating any object in SAP MII, in that case you can go to the security tab, and inside the security tab you can see there is a available roles. So this is the available roles is nothing but that all the roles created in a NetViewer user management, and this all roles that is coming from NetViewer. And here you can see there is a reader role and writer role. So what role you want to assign, you just select from the right hand side and click on the arrow button. It will come to left hand side, and then you can save it. So a reader role, it means XMII SAP underscore XMII underscore user. This is one role. So if this role assigned to a multiple user, they can read this transaction only. They cannot do any write on this object. And those roles has assigned a write authorization. They can do the read and write both. So this one actually you can say that using the security services, individual SAP MI object can be handled by a role based access. So if you have a role for the read, you can only read that object. If you have a role for the write, you can write that object. So this you can maintain in SAP MII as a role-based application. And here SAP MII syllabus. I have given this syllabus here because I am planning to upload a weekly video to the YouTube. So actually you can get advantage. So here all the topic I have listed down. So one by one I will make a video and upload to the YouTube. So the those who watching continuously, they will get benefited and they can learn and enhance their SAP MII skill. So here you can see there is an introduction to MII, and here I have given all the topics that was there on the SAP MII landing page. And there is a I will also create a video on installation scenarios according to the requirement. Either you can go for a locally installation, regionally or globally. And there is a query template, how you can write the query template, how you can write the display template, how you can create a data services, data servers, and there is a standard functions and operator in expression editor. So all these I will create a video weekly and I will upload on the YouTube. So here you can see there are a lot of topics I have listed it down. So I will go one by one and I will upload these videos. So okay, thank you very much.